Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the K644 SE keyboard that was sent over to me by Redragon themselves for my honest review. This keyboard is pretty standard and it is a 60% layout, but it does have one unique thing that could make it a gimmick or something that's actually viable depending on who is purchasing this keyboard. This keyboard starts off at $60 and only comes in red linear switches, but it is fully hot swap with 5-pin and it does have north facing RGB sockets. The biggest difference between this keyboard and a lot of other keyboards out there is the fact that this keyboard has 20% larger keycaps. So if you have bigger hands, I would think maybe this could be a potential option for you. Now the only downside is the fact that, well, if you wanted different keycaps than the ones that the keyboard came with, then you're kind of out of luck in that regards. Inside the box you get the keyboard itself, a few extra switches, a nice cable, and you also get a keycap and switch puller. This keyboard is also 2.4 Hz and Bluetooth compatible, so you do have tri-mode connectivity, which is very nice, and the RGB is bright enough. It could have been brighter in my opinion for the price point. Now when it comes to the keycap quality themselves, they are pretty thin, so I was a bit disappointed in that, but here you can see the size difference between the normal keycaps and your bigger keycaps. Now the bad thing also is if you did want to use a normal keycap set on this keyboard, you will see a little bit of spacing issues because this keyboard size wise is basically a 65% size, but the keycaps being bigger make it still that 60% layout. Here's a quick sound test of how it sounds right out of the box. Overall, the keyboard sounds hollow and pingy and just okay. The stabilizers are rattly as well, but the spacebar surprisingly on mine didn't sound as bad as I thought it would. We're going to be trying to do minimal mods to this keyboard to make it sound a bit better while saving money. And all I really did is tape mod this keyboard. But if you notice, after I take apart this keyboard, there is zero foam in this keyboard at all. There is no plate foam or case foam, which is honestly very disappointing to see. Now I know it sounded hollow, so I kind of expected it, but not even plate foam. I would have at least liked to see some plate foam in there, especially because of that ping from the metal plate, and just overall the fact that the price point is $60, so you should have at least some dampening materials inside the keyboard when literally $20 keyboards have plate foam at least. For the stabilizers, all I'm really going to be doing is syringe lubing them. I'm not going to do anything else to them, just trying to make this as easy as possible. Here's a quick sound test of how the keyboard sounds after I tape modded and syringe lubed the stabilizers. Now the tape mod definitely did help. It removed almost all of the hollowness and some of the ping along with it. Now if you wanted to swap out the switches, I would recommend some of Akko's pre-lubed switches or just Akko switches in general if you want to be getting some great switches on a budget. When it comes to the syringe lubing, it definitely sounds lubed, but because the stabilizers have so much wiggle room inside the plate already, it kind of just doesn't matter unless you put band-aids to make it more snug into the plate. Because because without that you're still getting the rattle from the plate itself. Overall, you know, not the greatest experience when it comes to that. Definitely more modifications need to be done to stabilizers. At the end of the day, this keyboard is just okay. The price is a bit much for what you get. I know you get 20% larger keycaps, but at the end of the day, if the out of the box or base keyboard experience isn't what you would want out of a $60 keyboard, then it should not be priced at $60. But when it comes to the keycaps, that is honestly up to you on whether or not you would actually benefit from something like this. So if you do have larger hands, then maybe this could be a potential option for you, but just keep in mind there are probably like 0 other keycap options for you out there. I will leave a link to this keyboard in the description below if you didn't want to buy it, and let me know what you guys thought about this keyboard in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.